We got to this page through the help page, but if we wanted to find out how we could come back to this page later, we could look at the administration bar to see what item is highlighted. So this is in content, and you see that find content in our shortcut bar is also highlighted. And then on this page, it looks like a new tab has been added. When we would do searches for content, we would be in the content tab here, but there's a new media tab. So if we want to come back later, we can simply use the find content link in our shortcut bar and then click the media tab. Okay, let's go ahead and add one of our images. Let's begin with the background clouds in the header. I'm going to click the add file link at the top of the page. And let's go ahead and upload a new file. And we'll upload clouds.png. I'm going to click submit. So now in order to use this image, we're going to need a URL to it. So let's go ahead and click on this link here and see if we can find out what the URL is. Okay, we see the clouds image right here. I'm going to right click on the image and select copy image location. And then I'm going to paste that into a little document in order to save it, because we're then going to use this image in the CSS in the header. Let's go ahead and jump to the home page. I'm going to click the home page tab. And let's begin manipulating the CSS. So at the very top here, what we can do is right click on the header and select inspect element. Now we went through this process in the previous chapter using the Firebug plugin for Firefox in order to inspect the CSS on any element on the page and then adjust it. So what we're going to do is adjust the CSS in Firebug until we get what we're looking for, and then we'll add that CSS to our CSS file using the CSS injector module. Okay, so when we inspected the element was highlighted here in Firebug. This is the header div. It's got an ID of header. And if we look over here on the styles, we see some styles specifically for the header. Let's go ahead and adjust this style to use a different background image. So right now it's using a gradient. You see background image, and then there's some code for a gradient. Let's go ahead and remove this. And instead, we'll use a URL to the image that we just copied from the asset manager for the media module. So now that we've set that, we have some clouds as the background up top here. Okay, this is a good first step, but we need some additional attributes in order to get the clouds to show at the very bottom. So let's go ahead and set the background repeat property to repeat X, which will repeat it long ways, but not up and down. So I'm typing background repeat, and I'm going to use repeat X. Okay, so this repeats it only back and forth. But now we need to position it at the very bottom of the div. So let's go ahead and set the background position. And notice I'm doing all this over here in the style section. And I'm going to set it to bottom. Okay, so it looks like we have the right CSS for our mockup.